Welcome in. Good afternoon. Here we are, blessed on this Monday. Hello, K. William. Laura K. Good afternoon. Can y'all hear me, Mike Smith? What's going on? How you doing, sir? Good afternoon. Hope to see everybody there. For real. What's up, the Watchman? You going to work again? We got a 5x5, Mr. Mike Smith. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's get the flock out of here. Hello, CSE. What's going on? For real. Hello, Stacy Newman. Good afternoon. There's something going on. For real. Good to see y'all. Thank you for the thumbs up. I think flock is going to be the least of your worries. Did y'all hear me? Hello, Christy Cherry. Play that funky music, white boy. Does anybody else know? I know there's a lot of people out there that don't know. And Super Dave is here to inform you. Don't you want to be informed? Don't worry, be happy. I got to play opening music, y'all. I can't help it. Hello, Rebecca Lynn. Is flock cameras a distraction? Does anybody have a clue? Hello, Mr. Willie. I'm glad to see you, buddy. God bless you, man. Super Dave prayed for you, man. Hey, I put in a good word. I saw you live again. I really did. Gracie Carey in Africa. Good to see you. Thank you. I think I think from what I'm seeing and studying and researching, y'all know I've done a lot of deep research. I've done a premiere yesterday. Yeah, the subjects keep changing quite a bit, y'all. I know. If it ain't the weather today, a heat wave. If it ain't the super El Nino and earthquakes around the world and hurricanes developing, yeah, we have to deal with real distractions and real problems here on the ground of America. For real, y'all. Chrissy Cherry, good to see you. Gracie Carey. That almost rhymed, y'all. Good to see you, B-Say. B-Say's in the house. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good to see y'all, especially Willie. Yes, especially Mr. Willie. I can say the Lord answers prayers, y'all. I can say that with 100%. Not a doubt in my mind. I want to talk about flock cameras that maybe they already knew that the people was going to fight against it. And wait a minute, y'all. There's a lot maybe that we all didn't know, let's say. Let me go over here and I have videos, I have information. Y'all want to learn about this. I think because hidden surveillance, it'll be all over. I mean, really, it will be in a way you're not expecting, you know? Let's go straight over here. Let's go straight to the story. Let's do that. Because there's a lot of information, there's a lot of videos. And I just want y'all to know Axon is already rolling out its replacement. As flock safety faces mounting backlash, Axon is already rolling it out to replace flock. Did y'all know that? They're talking about mass surveillance. They're talking about every light pole in America. How many light poles are there? Flock is old school. Well, hello, Nez Lover. Hello, Humpty Bump. Good to see you again. Thank you for coming in. Uh, thank y'all. I even asked my community, to pray for Mr. Willie. We pray for one another here. Nez Lover, I was watching you the other night. You just didn't know it. I didn't want to stir no trouble or anything because, well, I need to just go ahead and say it. I mean, why can't I just say what I need to say? If there's somebody harassing me from over there or over, they were in your chat. So I was like, well, I don't want to make no trouble. I don't go over. I don't troll nobody. I don't do anything like that. So, yeah, I don't have to call names, but Nez Lover, I appreciate you, ma'am, a lot. You've done a lot for me and my channel, sharing me out and everything. I appreciate it. And Mike Smith, thank you very much for all that you do and sharing me out. Hello, Dutton. It's good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in. Yes, the news system is almost hidden and everywhere. Yeah, Super Day was in the lurking lounge. It's all good because I'm gonna play this video. Flock cameras might be going down. I mean, there's already like court, things like that going on about it. Fourth Amendment, 20th Amendment, whichever one, and all of them. Just saying, it is unconstitutional. But yeah, Axon on every light pole.
I'm also excited to announce that we are working with another industry leader, Ubiquia, to turn streetlights into smart ALPR and live streaming cameras. Without having to add a single pole in the ground, this partnership accelerates deployments and turns existing infrastructure into intelligent, interconnected tools for public safety. Now, streetlights can do more than light the street. They can protect it. We call this Axon Light Post. And to share more about this partnership, please welcome the CEO of Ubiquia, Ian Aaron.
Thanks, Rick. So at Ubiquia, our mission is simple: to make the world smarter, safer, and more connected. We actually do that by leveraging the existing infrastructure that's already in the ground.
It's already in the ground. Hello, Linda B. Yeah, Linda. Is it Linda B? Let me see. Sorry about that if I'm misreading. I don't have my glasses on. It is Linda B. Thank you. There are 450 million streetlights worldwide, and they want to make the streetlights intelligent. If you have light poles, street lights up your road, whatever, it's going to be on each and every one of them. And I think they'll show us how they do it.
That's 60 million streetlights in the US and actually 450 million worldwide. And we make them intelligent. We built a reputation with more than 900 cities and utilities for turning ordinary streetlights into extraordinary tools for public safety. Our UB Hub platform is easy to install, simple to relocate, and built to scale, allowing police departments to deploy and expand their video and LPR capabilities quickly. And today, we're excited to announce our collaboration with Axon Light Post, creating together a powerful streetlight-based platform for video surveillance and LPR, all integrating seamlessly with Axon Fusus. We believe this will be a game changer, giving law enforcement more eyes and real-time intelligence where they need it and when they need it. Here's a brief video to show you how we do it. So now, with the help of my teammate, Todd, let's install Axon Light Post in real time. So Todd's plugging this into the photocell socket, which has been common for 60 years on 450 million streetlights. This is how you install, power, connect LPR or any network camera with edge processing, 10 to 40 hours of video storage, and all integrated with Axon Fusus. Great work, Todd.
I'm also excited to announce that we are working with another industry leader.
Well, ain't that amazing? For real. We won't need flock cameras anymore. Hello, watchwoman of the dragon. No more making love in the yard. I don't do that in the yard. For real. But yeah, Hump D Bump, thank you. Appreciate you. Flock and Law Enforcement Agency for your protection. Yeah, right. For your protection, they want to protect you. So they'll put new Axon cameras, you know. What we don't need flock cameras anymore because the technology is way and above than most people even realize. You know what I mean? Sorry if I missed any comments. It's all good. Yeah. Anybody else come in? Thank y'all. John Boy. I was like, man, what are you doing live? And I couldn't see you for real. You still here, Mr. Willie? I'm not trying to give nobody no bad news, but everybody I've been watching channels is focused on these flock cameras, and they already know. And all right, a lot of these communities that's so-called stalling, you know, waiting or whatever they're saying they're doing, you know, or even doing away with flock cameras. At the same time that they're voting out the flock camera, they're funding the Axon cameras. New technology, a little bit higher and above flock cameras, you know. Our phones are literally the same. Well, you're gonna have to lease or rent your phone in the future, especially if you have an iPhone. My end was showing the camera. We didn't see it, John Boy, for real. Yeah, no more. Well, thank you very much, Watch Woman of the Dragon, for sharing me out. Thank you. No more making love in the yard, in the park, or anywhere else. Cameras are going to be everywhere, especially on all light poles. Look, there's so much information. You got to look it up, y'all. I mean, like me, you know, I spend time looking up. I'm like, people are worried about these flock cameras, but flock may not be our real worries. Just saying, you know. A lesser known tech company called Axon. I want to cover this today, make sure everybody knows about this information. A lesser known tech company called Axon is giving Flock a run for its money when it comes to installing license plate reader cameras, and there's more to it. Powered by artificial intelligence into streetlights in the name of public safety. Axon is behind Axon light pole, which uses already erected everyday infrastructure to add AI surveillance components to keep an eye on Americans, akin to the ones manufactured by Flock, which have recently come under fire. Well, see, Flock is let's say, the shield, the false one, whatever you want to call it. Flock, they knew. I'm telling y'all, by what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, Flock was the decoy. The mass surveillance is going to step in with the Axon and however you say that other word, a queer or whatever, y'all. Akin to the ones manufactured by Flock, which have recently come under fire. The newer technology from Axon that is added on top of streetlights came about as part of a partnership between another law enforcement and I bet there's something y'all don't know. Can I tell you something you don't know, Dr. Evals? Can anybody make a guess? If you already know this information, you'll know what I'm going to ask you. Do you know who invested $5 million into Axon back in February or March or something like that of this year? I bet Rebecca Lynn knows, right? I'm going to give you a minute to answer my question, y'all, because he already knew that Axon, Axon, not Exxon, Axon. Trump, John Boy. Trump. He invested $5 million. He skipped over Flock to invest $5 million in Axon because they knew the decoy of the Flock or whatever you want to call it. You know, the shield. I'll just call it that. I don't know, y'all. Flock was a distraction. Even though they're up and everything, they knew. But let's say we use the Fourth Amendment or whatever it is to take these flock cameras down. Why wouldn't it apply to Axon? It doesn't make any sense, you know. Um, Something like this needs to hit the Supreme Court immediately. Mass surveillance. China has like around every corner 200 cameras, Axon cameras. They're not flock cameras. Given that flock units have caused citizen backlash, which has resulted in local governments canceling contracts with them, some governing bodies have gone on to hire Axon to essentially do the same job that the flock tech did. Yeah, let me keep going. Um, a key example of a city that ended contracts with Flock and opened a massive, nearly $23 million account with Axon is Denver, as well as Douglas County, Colorado at large, where 100 Axon light posts are set to replace 50,000 Flock devices, where 100 Axon light posts, only 100 of them of Axon. They do a way and better job of surveillance, are set to replace 50 Flock devices. Yeah, you get a full story if you click that link. And a lot of these cameras, people don't realize these ones in the globes and things like, these don't look like Flock cameras and all that. But they do the same thing, way and above and beyond. Just letting y'all know. I got so much information on this stuff. I don't even know if I could share it all in this live stream. Let's see how long we've been live. 26 minutes. Dump owns the courts. They already own the courts. That's Dutton's, and there's a lot of flock around and find out. I remember back in the early 2000s when we was tripping on the traffic light cams. It's okay, like in say tolls. I went around in Florida, coming back from Miami, like I don't know, it was like 5 years ago or something like that. And I don't normally make a trip like that, but to go all the way around, the bypass or whatever you call it. We don't have them in South Carolina, so yeah, the bypass. These cameras took pictures of my tag. I get home a week later, I get a mail, saying I owe $12 in toll fees. I get it with that, That's not mass surveillance. That's, I chose to go to bypass. So I had to write a little check out for $12 or something for toll fees and send it to Florida. That's a whole different thing, a whole different, little baby there. For real, y'all. Understand knowledge is power. Yes, Humpty Bump. Knowledge is definitely power. The more knowledge we have about this stuff, the more we'll be able to recognize. People's wondering where's the lawsuits and all this stuff, with the mass surveillance. Trump's told us he wants to be even better, more, AI than China. We already know, China's almost like a lockdown all the time. The cameras everywhere. You got to have biometrics. You got to have the whole system deal to go here, to buy food, to go there, whatever, to have an apartment, whatever it might be, for the whole AI system, y'all. Hello, Gil Skills. Privacy is virtually non-existent. Gil Skills in the house. Long time no see, brother. Much love. Thank you, Gil Skills. Good to see you again. I'm still subscribed to you too. I saw you live a few weeks ago or something like that. I remember. Yeah. Gil Skills, brother. Good to see you. For real, y'all. Um, Let me randomly pick a couple more videos. Hello, Curious Georgia. Pennsylvania Turnpike is the most expensive toll road in the world. Turnpike, that's what it was. Florida Turnpike. I called it a bypass. It is a bypass, but you got to pay for it. For real, y'all. These cameras like downtown. You go downtown, smile, you're on camera. Watch here, y'all. I don't want to play a whole lot of long videos. I'm just trying to explain. Smock, because Flock is just like the cover story. Let me see if we're sharing. And I want to keep everybody up. People's like, man, what is this? Axon. Now, yeah, they're here to replace your Flock cameras. If I can just get some sound going here. This is in Beijing.
In Beijing. We are outside the Haidian station, and I can count at least 20 on this corner. In fact, in Beijing, they've added 1,500 cameras just this year alone. They see everything. There's nobody jaywalking here because they could get a ticket right away. In fact, our driver parked illegally for 2 minutes, and he got a message on his phone that he got a ticket for about $40 US because they saw it on the camera. Now, there are real questions what the CCP's goal is about citizen tracking and social scoring. They say it's to make everybody feel safe. These cameras are watching every minute. They're everywhere. And while they're watching us here in China, we hope you continue to watch. Special report from Beijing continues after this.
Ain't that amazing? Mass surveillance. What is the meaning of all this? Maybe feeding into the beast system. Is the Antichrist going to use this? If you even believe, I believe in the Antichrist beast system coming. I believe that, y'all. And I believe it's all about control, of course. It's been about control. These Flock cameras, all the data and the information, they're going to know every and everything. They're not going to just know your tag. All the information is be about your health care. They'll know if you had the pokey dokey. All this information is being fed into military, police. The military joined up with the Israel's military, right? Where is all this going? Everything is just wonderful, Dr. Evels. Hello, Tina Gasson. Good to see you. Gil Skills, good to see you, brother. Really is. Let me see anybody else. Trump's playing ceasefire. Oil markets gains again. And gas is not going down. It's all about control. Yeah, higher taxes. Pay higher taxes on gas. Pay higher taxes on groceries. Pay higher taxes on your light bill, whatever it might be. And they're getting all that money. Yeah, trillions of dollars. Even about tariffs and everything. Who's paying the difference? You and me. You know what I mean? One way or the other, we're going to get shafted, y'all. God's watching this. Flat Earth. For real. Hello, Rebecca Lynn. I see you following me around again. For real. Rebecca Lynn's all over the internet, y'all. I don't think she's following you around, but God's watching this for real. 90 subscribers. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in. We're going to go a couple more videos, y'all, because I know y'all got to do things. You got to work in your garden. You got things to do too, whatever it might be. You sweep the floor, things for real, y'all. But thank y'all. I really appreciate it. This is coming from the 700 Club. For real. You know who the 700 Club is, right? 94,000 of these cameras are in the U.S. Are they stealing your freedom?
Big Brother is taken to the highways. Police license plate readers now watch everywhere you drive. These roadside cameras track you so well that police can even predict where you'll go. As Dale Hurd shows us, this data is not only collected and stored.
That's another thing about all this. Where will you go next? What will you buy next? What will you think next? They want to know not only where you've been, but they think they're going to figure out where you're going before you even get there. Is AI that intelligent? I might take a right turn and go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, y'all. AI can predict all that. I mean, really? I don't believe it can.
Sometimes it's abused.
There are more than 94,000 across the U.S., and the number is growing daily. In some locales, several of these ALPRs, or automatic license plate readers, can sit within just a mile of roadway. They capture your car's location.
That's another thing. Do you know how far a lot of these cameras can even see way off? I don't think this one wants to play, so good. Another video I can take down. Just saying. Yeah, let's keep going. We'll play a couple more, y'all, because the information is out there. Just saying. And people need to know. Laura K, thank you so much. It's not that, I can't get away with everything I want to do. Because you know what I'm saying, y'all. They won't let me do it all. But yeah, Trump's like, stop fighting data centers and just give in, deal with it. For real. Ain't nothing you can do. It's going to make your community more prosperous and everything. It's going to help your water and your power. For real.
Because you have to convince your community how great these things. You can't fight it. You have to go with it. And you're going to have all that protection, and we're giving you automatic protection, but you're going to make a tremendous amount of money. You're going to reduce taxes, and you're going to have something that if you don't have it, everybody else wants it.
I don't even know how this man is going to claim to be getting reelected, just saying, if it's about voting and counting the numbers and everything, is somebody... Because normal Americans aren't going to go with that and cast their vote and say, this is what we want, is mass surveillance. I feel like, I don't know, I may be wrong. I feel like eventually all that will have to go down. I don't know. I mean, either that or we're just going to be total prisoners locked in. And that's what the wall will be for, is to keep us in. Like everybody's been right the whole time. The border walls, it's not going to keep them out. It's going to keep us in. Does it make any sense now? The stats, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you very much. Y'all please remember to hit that thumbs up. Flock Smock. Because we may not see, flock cameras stay up. Lawsuits may bring them down, y'all. Flock Smock, for real. I have a lot of videos here, y'all. Axon is to replace, in case you're just coming in, to replace the flock cameras.
Speaking of Axon, yesterday I told you how they're now testing facial recognition on police body cameras. But do you know why most of Axon's AI ethics board quit? Because Axon announced plans to develop taser-equipped drones for schools. Yeah, freaking armed drones patrolling schools. Their own ethics board said they'd been cut out of the decision-making process. Then they resigned. and buried in their resignation letter was something that should make you stop. They wrote that one of their biggest successes had been convincing Axon not to put facial recognition on body cameras. So the people pushing back against facial recognition left. Now, years later, Axon's doing it. I'm not telling you that one caused the other. I'm telling you, guardrails.
Yeah, around schools. What's the point of this around schools and drones? Do y'all have a clue that these surveillance drones, I don't know how many there'll be, but there will be drones with facial recognition, just like all these flock cameras, Axon street level cameras, all the street lights. Yeah, on every light pole in America. Do you get it? I live down a dead-end dirt road, y'all, and I shouldn't tell everybody stuff like that, but I live deep in the country. One of these days, and there's like a pole, another pole, another pole, and another pole. Just for me to come out, I have to get surveilled on all the poles. That's where they're going, on every street pole in America. They know how many there are, and they know exactly where every pole is. And it's coming to a town or a city near you. It is. They're going to get rid of the... Now, if they keep the flock cameras, I don't know. Who can tell the future? I don't know. But if flock comes down, they already have one, Axon. You might want to look it up. This is real information. Hot off the presses, y'all. Let's play another video or two, because we got to figure out something, y'all. How deep does this go? How deep is your love?
This flock thing is almost certainly a deep state psyop. And I got all the receipts.
You know, one of the content creators for the administration, basically a binder guy, an Epstein binder guy, all of a sudden saying the flock cameras are wrong. And then you did a deep dive and you found out something really interesting.
So I found pretty much like at least half a dozen cities that have canceled flock, but then signed up for another surveillance system, Axon.
Except who has ownership in this company?
Well, turns out Trump. Earlier this year, he bought $5 million worth of stock in Axon.
The minions of President Trump going out now against flock. And meanwhile, Americans don't realize they're just being replaced with a different surveillance system where Trump is getting some royalties on the side.
Now there's reporting that this guy has come out with, Tony Ortiz, saying that he's spoken to at least 2 influencers that have been approached about getting paid to post negatively about flock.
So there you go.
Then I looked into the investors. So Flock is invested by Andreessen Horowitz. That's Mark Andreessen, part of the Silicon Valley technocratic elite. Founders Fund, that's Peter Thiel's group, as well as Y Combinator. That is the group that Sam Altman used to run. And if you look at Axon, Axon is a publicly traded company. So that's old school. That's banker finance money. So their top shareholders are BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street.
Right.
It's like, why are they pushing anti-flock? Oh, is it because potentially they want to steer these city contracts towards Axon?
100%.
Is that a possibility?
Yes.
I have one more thing to share.
Yeah.
This is the headline. Epstein could have made $100 million on a secret police tech investment. Former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak helped convicted sex trafficker quietly invest $1 million into a police tech startup in 2015. So Axon just bought last year the company that Epstein founded back in 2015 called Carbon. So now you have the tie of Epstein and the Israelis involved with this Axon company.
And Trump.
Versus the technocratic elites. But the thing is, people aren't paying attention because everything is like anti-flock, de-flock. We need to get rid of these flock cameras. But they're quietly putting up these Axon cameras in replacement, and they're tied to Israel, Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, BlackRock, Vanguard.
So that's the point.
That's the point.
It doesn't really matter what evil group is behind it. We need to make sure that we're knocking down all surveillance cameras.
This flock thing?
Yeah, I ask, how deep does it go? How deep is your love for real? Hello, Sheikah. Good to see you. Joey Calhoun, thank you very much for coming in. And I missed one other person. Who was it? Uh, who was it, y'all? I don't know. I can't tell, y'all. I can't remember. But it goes deep. Epstein, Trump, BlackRock, all this from 2015. I'm just connecting the dots, y'all. That's all I'm doing. Trump knew to put $5 million into Axon. You know? How did he know? For real? Did he have a crystal ball, y'all? Hey, I got a crystal ball and I can't see nothing like that in it, you know? See my crystal ball? Should I rub my hands together and look into my crystal ball, y'all? Because I can't see it. But Trump, he could see it. He could put $5 million in it. Like, where is this going to go? It's kind of like black magic, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I miss somebody, y'all. Hello, Blues Girl. Good to see you. I don't like to miss anybody. The stats. Thank you. Please hit that thumbs up, y'all. John Boy, good to see you, brother. Good to see everyone because we in deep doo-doo. I feel like we are, y'all. Y'all might not like me saying that, but I have to. But it's true. They're replacing the flock cameras with the Axon, you know? Just replaced.
Knoxville, Tennessee just replaced its flock cameras with Axon cameras and is telling residents mass surveillance is now the accepted standard because Axon is safe and effective. Here's the part they don't want to mention. Axon acquired Carbine, the Israeli emergency response tech company that Jeffrey Epstein helped fund.
The Israeli tech company. Do I need to replay that again? Did y'all even hear that? Axon. Israeli. Can y'all see where this is going? Like these executive orders and these new bills, they're not here for you. Every dang one of them, you know, it's all about this mass surveillance. It's all about BlackRock. It's all about control, all the way down to Jeffrey Epstein. We didn't say anything about this Epstein files and everything, pretty much. Do y'all know and understand that when they put the files out like that, and there is no massive outcry, do y'all know? To them, that means we accepted it. Yes, it does. It does. Whether if you like it or not, was you standing out there on 1600? What's the avenue up there? Yeah. Did you accept it? You accepted it without even knowing. Just saying.
Knoxville, Tennessee just replaced its flock cameras with Axon cameras and is telling residents mass surveillance is now the accepted standard because Axon is safe and effective. Here's the part they don't want to mention. Axon acquired Carbine, the Israeli emergency response tech company that Jeffrey Epstein helped fund early on through former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak. All trails always lead back to Epstein. Knoxville, Tennessee just replaced its flock.
All trails lead back to Epstein. I don't know. I'm not sure about all that. But I can believe it. I mean, why not? That's where the money cooking up, you know, cooked up a lot of money, y'all. With the very bad things. I get it, y'all. Because I don't like to laugh about bad things, but the way we're being fooled, you know, like they pulled the hand, you know, and we didn't even see it for real. They don't want you to see it.
Flock cameras capture a complete vehicle fingerprint and use neural networks to identify and track people. Flock system can generate heat maps, charting a vehicle's movements for 30 days, which can be used to reconstruct a person's movements, associations, and habits. Flock's nationwide data sharing allows police in one state to track vehicles in another without probable cause. Flock cameras have been under much public scrutiny lately, and many have been destroyed. But Flock isn't the only private company helping to build a mass surveillance state. A company called Axon launched a clip-on streetlight camera called the Axon Light Post in 2025. The device is powered by the streetlight's socket and is designed to be installed on existing streetlights in under an hour. Axon terminated its partnership with Flock Safety in January 2023, which was seen as a strategic move to compete with Flock. But Axon is also less noticeable than Flock and much more difficult to destroy. The Fourth Amendment requires a detailed warrant with probable cause, but these new surveillance programs are collecting data on everyone without any suspicion and are in direct violation of the Fourth Amendment. Privacy is foundational to liberty. It is an area within which the individual is free from interference and able to do and think whatever he chooses. Without private space, individuals cannot develop their own thoughts or make independent decisions. Privacy ensures the government must rely on the consent of the governed rather than predictive surveillance. Privacy shields individuals from arbitrary interference by the state, and the loss of privacy creates a relationship of domination. Privacy allows for the mistakes, embarrassments, and false starts that are part of human life without permanent public record. Modern surveillance systems that make every aspect of public life permanent, searchable, and trackable are fundamentally incompatible with the freedoms outlined in the U.S. Constitution. The transition from Flock to Axon is already happening rapidly on a local level. The Axon Light Post is designed to plug directly into the existing sockets of standard streetlights within minutes. Most U.S. police forces already use Axon body cameras.
Body cameras are Axon that the police use. Those are good cameras. And they get, normally when the police are wrong or whatever, admissible in court and everything else. Under the Fair Act, of privacy and all that. Axon. They body cams. Am I missing the chat? The chat's just a moving, y'all. I'm sorry. T. Racy, hello. Face to Ace, good to see you. It's just that I'm hearing a lot of these channels out here on YouTube talk about flock cameras and not realizing, and I was watching one this morning saying about the flock cameras and all the technology and everything. The technology is even going to be more technology than the flock cameras. Just saying, Axon. They're going to be the leader in cameras, pretty much, especially if they take flock cameras down or whatever. If you're just coming in, your community voted out flock cameras, they're pretty much voted in Axon cameras.
Axon Fleet dash cams, and Axon tasers. Axon is now adding the Light Post surveillance tech into their existing software, Axon Fusus, which is already used by most police departments. Axon Enterprise recently acquired Carbine, an Israeli-founded emergency call management and 911 AI mapping platform. Carbine's platform is being merged with Axon's ecosystem to power Axon 911, which is already deployed in 49 U.S. states. Axon 911 feeds directly into Axon Evidence, which is already used by over 500,000 law enforcement officers across the United States. While Carbine is now owned by Axon Enterprise, Axon has maintained Carbine's development center in Tel Aviv, where roughly 80 Israeli engineers continue to code and build the software's infrastructure. Section 219 in the 2027 National Defense Authorization Act establishes the United States-Israel Defense Technology Cooperation Initiative, which will deeply integrate Israeli technologies, including AI, cyber, and autonomous systems, into U.S. defense procurement. Because Axon is an American company operating an R&D lab in Tel Aviv, the passing of this bill would make it easier for Axon to pursue federal U.S. military contracts using technology built by its Israeli engineers. By permanently embedding Israeli-designed software, quantum computing frameworks, and AI systems into the bedrock of the U.S. military, the U.S. becomes structurally dependent on a foreign power for its own defense. The United States-Israel Defense Technology Cooperation Initiative in the 2027 NDAA is designed to lock in these technological partnerships. If a future U.S. president or Congress wanted to halt military aid to Israel due to human rights abuses or policy disagreements, doing so would become incredibly difficult because the U.S. military's own systems would be codependent on Israeli code and components. Greg Reese reporting.
Do y'all see where we're going? Yeah. They're in our code. They're in our bill. They're in our law. Thank y'all for coming in. Please hit the thumbs up. Linda B, yes. Thank you. Suspicious Skies, we're being sold out. I agree 100%. We've been sold out for a while, but we are going to the scrap yard by the time we get there, you know. Just saying, y'all, yeah. Hello, MMA Paradise. Good to see you. Thank y'all for coming. Techno Hippie, hello. Axon, Axoff, great video yesterday. You nailed it. Much love, Super Dave. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I know I changed the subject quite a bit, but I'm here to dig information up and let my community know. And you all are a great community, y'all. I appreciate all the thumbs up and sharing me out. I really do, y'all. It means the world to me. Where is all this surveillance state going? It's going to be like a prison, y'all. Why do you think they want to put border walls? Oh, nobody's coming in. There are people all over the internet saying, if you have a way to leave America now, do it now. I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying people are out there saying it. They know what's coming. I just hope, you know, I can go to the grocery store once a week, be able to pay my light bill or whatever, y'all. And if I have to stay home 24/7, you know, which I already know, you know, I'm going to be homeless and be happy, you know, for real. Might as well laugh about it because I give the good Lord the power, y'all. I know the Lord will provide. And eventually I know God will take this system down. You know, eventually. I'm not saying that Jesus is coming tonight or in the morning or whatever. I know that this old beastly world system one day will end. I do know that. I don't want to be nobody's prisoner, and I'm sure you don't. This mass surveillance, this crappy crap, it's going to have to stop, you know. People, we're going to live in an angrier world, you know. Of course we are. When you're doing crap like that, Klaus Schwab told us it's going to be an angrier world. Yeah, a much angrier world.
These,
yeah, Axon. That's AXON. Will be your new camera community center. Let's go with one more video because I hate putting information out there without backup, you know, without proof. Just saying, y'all, I wouldn't dare come on here and intentionally fear porn anybody or just say, you know, try to put incorrect misinformation, you know, because misinformation will become illegal. Yes, if not already illegal. Just saying. Not that I even ever tried to put misinformation. I just want to share true information. You know, that's all I want to do. The future looks mighty bleak. That's all I can say. You know, our children, unless we do something about it, get the lawsuits going, get the protests going, things like that, unless it's just total surveillance. With, total control over your money, whatever it might be, over your decision to go somewhere. How many miles can you drive today? Can you go buy a pound of ground beef tomorrow? Things like that. It will be total control. The beast system, it's already been told, y'all, in the good book. Buying and selling, you're going to have a mark. So I'm sure eventually this mark will come to the point of this AI and everything, It's going to be all tied in together. Isn't that kind of like common sense? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's play this one little video. It's a little bit long, I think, but it's full of information. Are the videos you're seeing a flock camera being destroyed, or are they intentionally being pushed?
The algorithms are now serving us a carefully curated psychological high, and you've probably noticed that every scroll is now giving us videos of people taking angle grinders to flock cameras, ripping down the license plate readers, and declaring victory against the surveillance state. The system wants us to believe the citizens are winning, and that public rage is dismantling their grid, but
the system wants you to believe that we are winning against flock cameras. Yeah, people's out there cutting them down. I wouldn't encourage anybody to do anything like that. But the system wants you to believe that you, the citizen, is winning. While in fact, they're putting up other different company cameras, things like that. They're going to have a camera the size of your toenail, your little pinky toenail, whatever. It'll be so small, The technology, y'all, it's already out there. There's little eyes like that watching you in different places. When you walk into Walmart, there are cameras like that in the doorway. So small. You look to your right of the door frame. You'll see it. It's been there for years. Cameras like that'll be everywhere, Just saying. And the AI will be tied in. So they want you to think that you're winning against the flock cameras. So let's keep going.
But as usual, it's an illusion, and just a staged vendor swap, designed to keep us pacified while the elites quietly upgrade their infrastructure. Because while the public celebrates the removal of flock safety cameras, the system is pulling off the real play, and right now over 53 major municipalities, from Denver to Douglas County, have canceled their flock contracts following public outcry, but the streetlights didn't go dark, because within months, the exact same poles were retrofitted with Axon outpost cameras. Public outrage didn't destroy the grid, but it was redirected to destroy one private vendor's brand equity, so a defense tech giant could take over the entire monopoly. Just look at the financial paper trail, because in February 2026, financial disclosures revealed President Trump purchased up to $5 million in Axon Enterprise stock, and barely 2 weeks later, ICE then dropped a massive $220 million contract requisition tailored for Axon's tech ecosystem. And as local councils ditch flock to appease voters, they're simultaneously handing multi-million-dollar contracts straight to Axon, funneling public tax dollars directly into the stock portfolios of top political figures. And here's the second phase of the trap. Axon isn't just selling cameras, but they sell an integrated ecosystem linked directly to evidence.com, centralizing local municipal data into federal cloud networks. And the viral videos you're seeing, encouraging people to smash flock cameras, acted as the catalyst to justify tearing out old hardware. And once Axon's new, high-tech grid is fully locked down, the narrative on social media feeds will pivot overnight, from citizens fighting back, to federal felony prosecutions for destroying public safety infrastructure. They fed us the illusion of victory, so we would applaud our own further enclosure, but don't fall for the illusion, because it's just another trick. And in no way am I encouraging people to commit crimes, but I will say if you already are, stop just going for a certain brand. We do not forgive, we do not forget. Anonymously enlightening out.
Yeah.
The algorithms are.
Yeah, I know that it tries to start playing again. Because we're just another brick in the wall. You know what I mean? That's all we are, is just another brick in the wall. The wall has all of us. You're a brick and I'm a brick. Yeah, and they go take my brick out and I won't exist. You know what I mean? Just saying, y'all. I appreciate it, y'all. We've been live an hour and 6 minutes. Anybody just come in and please hit the thumbs up. Duttons, thank you very much. I appreciate that because information is vital. And I've been on this train for several years and I want to get information out there. I try to make it fun for everybody too, even though sometimes the information can be depressing. I don't try to make your day unhappy or anything else because we need to know about the future. You know, I can't, like I say, I can't look in this crystal ball and tell the future, but I can go by what I see, information that is, you know, vitally important to share it. People don't know all this stuff every time. Every day is something new, you know. They gonna get the whammy over on us, pretty much. One trick after the other, one diversion after the other, one distraction after the other. Look that way. Well, in fact, you should be looking at the hand. You know, it's kind of hard to see that hand every time they hide it, you know, because it's all deception. They use the flock cameras to get our attention. And now they're going to use other cameras that you're not aware of most of the time. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Thank y'all for coming. Joey Calhoun, I can't go by what I see. I can't either. Is that a BY or a BUI? Like buying stuff? Because my eyes are like bigger than my wallet, you know? I can't buy the stuff I see either, you know, for real. My eyes are bigger than my pocket.